Hi there, signs of Libra. This is Kim, here to give you all your next 3-day messages, whatever your spirit guides, your angels want you to know. I will pass along to you. So we're using Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck first. If you're interested in a private reading, the information is in the description box below, Libra. They are affordably priced so that people can get them if you need one. They are pre-recorded videos. You get a private video link, and when you're in the checkout, make sure you put in the notes section what you want to ask of the reading. And thank you all for letting me do my little insert there. Let's get going with your messages though, Libra. Saturn. Whoa. Saturn's here. Okay. I also have a pioneering spirit, bravery, on the bottom. Like there's something you're having to get through at this time with Saturn. A timeline, you know, where we're feeling the finances, we're feeling a crunch or point of tension here, feeling restricted, experiencing struggle, or learning through hard work and patience. What else can you get me? Okay, I have Libra energy, which is beautiful. Pisces reading, which I just completed. You have Pisces energy here. It was about, I haven't published it yet, but it was about justice. It was about justice. It was about, that's right. So it makes sense with Libra. It makes sense with your energy. It was about justice coming in a good way, like receiving good karma in the form of the finances. Like that was one area where you're going to be extremely blessed. I think they're wanting me to take that information from Pisces here for you and tell you even to go check that out if you resonate with it, because there is something that's coming in. Intimacy, intuition, and compassion for Pisces energy. But of course, you know, Libra, consideration, fairness, and harmony. Justice is coming in. I want to get one more. One more. I wonder if there's a timeline shift. Maybe two more. Mercury is coming out and Cancer. Okay. And Capricorn on the bottom. Ambition, realization, and methodical steps. There's something here about being brave to take the first few steps. Like at the start of something, like to start something here. Mercury, think, learn, network, and communicate. You could definitely be getting some weird messages or signals from the universe, from your spirit team. Cancer, about your comfort and how you feel protected in life. Nurturing energy. So you have Cancer, you have Pisces, and you have your own sign here. Networking. Networking is important. Okay, this is the Real Talk deck, by the way. Magic. Magic is coming. Or magic is here. Magic is here, and they're wanting you to acknowledge and use your magic at this time. You are a magical being with the ability to create your own reality. This involves you stepping into your power and believing in your own abilities. When armed with this confidence, you'll create and be a living example of magic. Okay, what else for Libra? Beyond 3D. Well, we just saw that. I saw that one on the bottom. Beyond 3D. So they definitely want you to move beyond what is exactly right in front of you at this point. So beyond 3D, sometimes events and situations are beyond what we can physically see at the moment. But now is the time to trust there is more than meets the eye. Understand the 3D world we live in is just one aspect of our reality. I would say they're wanting you to visualize yourself achieving. Visualize that next step. What is that next step? Who's that person you're going to communicate with? What's on the agenda here? How do you best advise them to get through any kind of tough Saturn energies? To have patience. You're an earth angel, and have patience. But they definitely want you to know that you're an earth angel. You're a peacekeeper here. You're balanced. You're finding inner balance, and things will work out. Now, that's the main message, is you just need patience when that card comes up. But patience, divine timing. Ooh, 2 of Cups. I see an important choice, an important decision here. Now, maybe this has to do with a partnership, an actual partnership. But it can be a choice too. So when we have this inner balance of the masculine, feminine energies within ourselves, we're creating from almost like it feels like a new energy, or it can be perceived as a new energy because of how powerful it is. So I definitely think that just hang on there. Hang in there. Like if you feel like I'm losing patience, there's some type of choice or decision. You're going to be very happy with some kind of communication coming in. Now, this partner could be, it's harmonious, whatever it is. They get along really well together. But it doesn't have to just be romantic. But they are wanting you to know that it's something brand new. So this isn't a past thing. This is a brand new thing with the Fool. The Fool has already been enlightened about something, awake, aware, and ready for the next part of the journey. But taking that first step, that requires bravery sometimes. So that's what this is. So maybe it is also here about opening up your heart to learn to maybe trust again in a relationship. Maybe something else for them about this. It seems like a very seems like a divine connection. Like the chemistry is off the chart here. Chemistry is going to be off the chart. 8 of Cups. 3 of Wands. The Hangman. Yeah, I mean, these 2 cards just tell me that 3 cards. These 3 cards tell us that because of this new perspective that you have about your journey, about where you've been, what you've seen, sometimes being in positions we don't want to be in, but here we find ourselves. The Hangman's kind of hanging upside down, sees things from a different perspective. So we've had all that time to visualize and see ourselves like in the future from the point that where we are. And I feel like this is suggesting that emotionally we're ready already to move on, like from something, right? If you've ever been in that situation where something you did was overdone, like you overdid it, overconsumption, addictions, things like that, you could be maybe having a new perspective on maybe why life was a certain way when it was, and ready, to go on to the next part of your journey now that you have a different perspective, right? So going in a different direction, visualizing is really important. I will say that the Hangman and the 3 of Wands both we can feel as if we are waiting on something here, but you're getting spiritually, upgraded where you're at. And there's always a reason for even a pause, or even what appears to be like stagnation for us sometimes. There's the Justice, that Libra Justice. I love it when your energy shows up. Yeah, that Pisces reading is really coming out because that reading was, there were definitely, there was an energy around of, I don't know what to do next, and I'm in my head about it. I'm kind of worried. conflicted even. Is this leading to depression, or is this leading to anxiety for me? Because I feel like the path needs to be changed up somehow, some way, right? Like there needs to be more balance, but in everything in life. Like, so this is you getting that, achieving that. And yeah, and always like not to worry too much too. Everything's working out for you to see things the way that you were meant to perceive them, the way that you have perceived them, and then to move on, evolve. Everything for your growth. Now, talking about justice with that Two of Cups, so I definitely see like partnerships. There can be partnerships here for contracts, different types of contract work. I don't know what you do, if you get paid like quite a bit for what you do, because the Knight of Pentacles is a lucrative, in this deck, the Pulp Tarot, but which is what I'm using, is a lucrative offer that comes your way. And the question is basically, do you accept it, or will you accept it or not? Knight of Pentacles. It's also talking about our success and how it's moving. And sometimes things feel like they're moving slow. But, whoa, as soon as I say that, we got the Chariot. But I'm going to say it's going to pick up. That is the feeling. This is a feeling of Saturn energy, if I could put it into a feeling of like, oh, what I've been through. Also, I was seeing justice being given because of some sort of betrayal that you've had to go through, or that you went through. 3-3. There were more than 3 forces. You could be talking spiritual warfare here with this too. You could be talking spiritual warfare where something's going to change right before you change towards something that is better for you or better for your life. Some kind of blow might happen to your finances, or anything, something that will make you doubt the decisions that you are making to change something. I hope that makes sense. To make you doubt it, to make you not do it, or to make you think that there's a consequence of, well, if you do something really good for yourself, something's going to be taken away from you. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that spiritual warfare trying to get at a person here right when they're about to do something that's really great for themselves and, you know, their family and everyone. So, getting over some sort of hurdle here. Thinking protection, spiritual protection, especially during moments of great transmutation and change. Chariot means something's going to pick up, actually. That could be a breakup. That can be an ending. There's 3 forces that contribute to that heartache or what's going on. The reason I really don't mind calling it like tests in life when it comes to spiritual warfare is because when you can view it as that, then it's something that comes and goes, and it's fairly quick usually, and it's if you know to expect it, you know to expect something that might make you doubt whether or not you're doing the right thing, when your intuition is telling you what that right thing is, or your heart is telling you what that right thing is, then this is that message from your angels saying, no, there's some things are like a test, or some things are allowed as a test. So, Chariot indicating a victory, success, things picking up after you've been waiting. And listening to your intuition, the High Priestess. We've already really talked about it, especially if it has to do with somebody being sneaky around you, or deception, lying, 7 of Swords. Yeah, if there's been any of that energy, you have to listen to the High Priestess in you, your intuition. trying to reveal something to you, trying to show you something, or expose that somebody has been lying or manipulative, deceitful in some way. So to get more into that High Priestess energy here, you can, Libra, your sign's up here with this yoga card. This is like a Four of Swords, contemplation, deep breath, centered, go within, steady, relax, take a break. Inner child healing, meditate, time alone, balance chakras, reflection, wellness, and rest. And inventor, innovation, imagination, creative, gadgets, technology, mastermind, okay to fail and doing it again. So this is about, to me, it feels like something like doing something again. Underlying condition here is coming out with this headache. So I want to pass that on to see. I'm not giving medical advice, but the card is popping out saying that there may be something with the underlying condition here. Maybe it has to do with headaches. Maybe you've been getting headaches. Maybe this has to do with your chakra centers. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 3, 3, 4, 5. 3, 3. 3, 3, 4, 5. And another 3 on the bottom. So, needing self-care. Needing self-care. A choice or decision. Focus on you and your self-care. Especially listening to her intuition about if something's off with the energy. If they're saying there's an underlying thing with the energy here. You may be rerouted. Like this might be a divine detour to be rerouted. The roundabout. Connections, communication, same as that Mercury card with your connections. Keep it moving, redirection, perfect timing. I just think, I was looking over here about this deception, if something is hidden. I think something might be hidden. Sometimes we hide stuff from ourselves, so I can't exactly say, doing a collective Libra, but there's something for you to find out. When you have the book, it's like they're representing that there is a secret or there is something that needs to be found out. It also says hidden here on the card, and read between the lines. And you have the Phoenix, which is a great card for transmutation. You completely letting everything come to the ground if you need to, and be burned away, right? The Phoenix burns everything in its nest. It burns its whole body because it knows it's going to rise again in a new form. So your resurrection, your rebirth. The flag is achievement, recognition, overthrow, success. So yeah, I see a Phoenix moment coming up here with you too. We have the 9 of Cups underneath that. And I think you're going to be very satisfied or very happy here. All right, so that's what I've got for you all. Sending you love and light. Like or subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time, Libra.